Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar. I needed both hands for this intro. So we're going to be talking briefly about these storage trays. Yeah, this is one, these trays here have been filled for a while, so I need to put this parts up. And then this is things that I've parted out. Nexonite set. So uh, before I get into this and where I got these trays, just want to again, thank my viewers. You've been awesome. I want to send a big shout out to Oil Well. Keith, thank you. You left an amazing donation to the channel. It's really taken a lot of stress off of my life. We're doing good. The videos have done good. The sales have done good. And so I hope it keeps going. And I'm hoping we get a resolution to the strike. 3 weeks, officially 3 weeks now. So hoping maybe even because I filmed these a day or two ahead of time. Hopefully we'll know something. But anyway, yeah, thank you, Keith. And I also want to thank Matt, who placed an order in my store. And somebody left a snarky comment, I think it was me, about Nexonites, and that's what's in here. Actually, these are the instruction manuals for Nexonite. I think I already put the... Oh yeah, there's still some Nexonites. But there's two different things in here. Oh my. Yeah, so there's this Nexonite set, and then there's a Batman set in there. But yeah, even Nexonite stuff sells. So Matt bought. He had one of those unique orders. It wasn't the record. I think the record was what's his name? The guy that did the set with the K-pop band. Josh builds. Not Josh builds stuff, but it's Josh. JB Bricks or whatever it is now. He had placed a Bricklink order where it was like all of the one. If I had a drawer that had one item in it, and he bought it. It was like 163 lots, 163 parts. But this, well, not this order here, but the one that Matt placed in my store was 38 lots, 38 items, and it was the Nexonite shields, and they sold. So they do sell. I guess I can't say that anymore. I used to think Bionicle, Nexonites, Hero Factory. Why do you want a Chima? But there's everything can have a special place in someone's heart. Much like I like Fabuland, and most people didn't, but a lot of you did. So yeah. So let's talk about these trays. So we got here. These are, get this Nexonite instructions off. These trays, they come in three primary colors. There's orange, red, and a white or grayish white. And then there's other trays that are a little different than these that came in the creator games. I didn't bring any of those over. Those are the cheapest ones for me to get, the black ones. But these come in Lego education sets, and they still make Lego education sets that have these. The thing is, those sets are way overpriced. I guess Lego can get away with charging the exorbitantly high prices on the Lego education stuff because it's being bought by government entities that pay way too much for that stuff. It is really kind of shocking how overpriced some of the Lego education stuff is. Like Mindstorms. Like this is a Mindstorm set here that I did a video because I had a video that was sponsored by the guy or the company that made the book that this guy wrote, and I built one of the models that he had, not one of the models from the Mindstorm set. But anyway, a Mindstorm's like this. You know, the Mindstorm's very expensive because you have the electronics, but when it comes in a Lego education set, it's even more expensive. Like a comparable set would be a lot more, but you're paying for the storage container because usually those come with a reusable container. And some of the Mindstorm sets have these trays. So anytime I can get these, I like to pick them up. But if you buy them individually from sellers, or you very rarely find a seller on eBay selling just these, they're going to usually be pretty expensive. But these, I like them. I love sorting my parts, even though it's a little bit quicker if you use cups, because when I take these parts and put them in my store, I still got to scoop them out and put them in there. But because they're rounded, the corners are all rounded, it's easy to scoop things out. And that's why I like these. Now they're a little thinner, a little more flexible plastic. So they will eventually wear out of time. In fact, a couple of mine have cracks on them. I usually just tape them and go with it, but I use these. They're not a collector. Well, they could be a collector's, but I use them for storage or sorting. And I use, when I pick orders, I use the ones from the 60s, a little more. Oh, I should bring those. These are even, they're abundant. They're not rare, but they're harder to get, and they're usually expensive to get because I don't think people think to sell these individually, like on eBay and stuff. They usually come with like vintage Samsonite sets or something that, despite being 60 years old, some of those sets are actually pretty cheap to get. But these are very durable, and the softer plastic, so they do have give and bend. You can stack them. And this is probably, if I had like several hundred of these would be great for sorting as well. Because the advantage of an individual, and you could just use cheap like dollar store cups or something. The advantage of the cup versus the tray is when I put it away, all you got to do is go. With this, you got to scoop it out. And that's one, you're handling the parts again. And the other thing is it takes a little more time, but just dumping them out. But like these, I like these because I can organize things by color as I'm putting them away. So I'll have different trays lined up around me, and then I'll usually try to sort by color for stuff that I'm parting out, new sets, and I can just do my colors. So that way when I upload using BrickTsar, everything's in the order already. So when I'm putting things away, I'm doing things in the order that most likely that they would appear. But love these trays. Also, see, they're stackable. They're light, which is great. Now, when these trays came out, these have actually more holes. I think these have 13, 4, 10. Yeah, those the orange and red and white ones have 13 slots. They're a little longer. These are a little narrower, but they have 19. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 19. I'm terrible at math. And so these are better suited, I think, if you're just sorting your parts for something you're going to build. The thing I don't like, well, actually, one more thing I do like about them is they're very sturdy. You can stack them, but they don't sink in, so boom. And I actually use some of these for parts in my store. I put a label on them, and I stack them, and then I have parts in there. But the problem with these is it's harder to scoop parts out because they're more square. So when you stick your finger in there, especially if you got little tiles, sometimes it's hard to scoop them on out of there. But when people see these, they're always wanting to get them. And these also, they came in those drawers. There were these drawers you could buy at Toys R Us or at the Lego store, and 2 of these would fit in one drawer, and they fit perfectly. But these were expensive when they first came out. Then they put them on deep clearance. That's how I ended up with a lot of them. They put those drawers on clearance at Toys R Us. There's a haul somewhere, I mean, many years ago, like 2013, I think, where I got these giant boxes from, I think I bought them from Toys R Us online, and it was those storage drawers that they were deeply discounted. So it was a great way of getting some of these. And we thought they were the greatest thing in the world, but again, it's harder to take the pieces out. If you're just taking one piece, like if I just want to get a little friction pen out of there, I miss friction pen. You know, friction pen hadn't made a video in like 12 years. So it's one of the forgotten YouTubers. But so if you're just grabbing one piece out, it's great, and it's got more. You got more slots than the other one, but I would use these more for personal storage or sorting for personal storage versus the Bricklink stuff, because of it's a little harder to get things out of there. But these parts have been, ever since I did the video featuring this book, these parts have been sitting in here, and I was gonna, my goal is to build one of the other models he had in here. I think was it the pinball machine? I can't remember. I think it was like the pinball. Yeah, he had a pinball machine. I wanted to build the pinball, and I never did it. And these are just, so these parts have been sitting over there. Oh, and that's the other thing. If you don't have them in the drawers, they collect dust. If you stack them and you have something covering the top one, then they're okay. So these have been sitting over there like this, collecting dust. That's why I think I picked something out. Some debris. I also picked up a couple of pink parts I don't think that belonged in. I dropped something on it. And so before I kick this thing completely over, I need to get this back in the box. So that's part of my organizing my collection. So this was just taking up valuable space. So I need to put these parts back into this, in which I apparently don't have all the bags. Got the sticker sheet in here. Oh, I'm gonna have to go find some bags to put all those in, so they're not rattling around in there. Take this bad boy apart. I hope you know what? I probably left batteries in there. If I did, they're dead now. Wow. Only did one thing with this. All right, yeah. When I retire, I hope that I'm not just sorting or selling stuff. I hope I'm able to balance what I'm doing now. Like now, I'm heavy into trying to sell stuff and thin out the collection. But I would like to spend more time with something like this. I do have an extensive Mindstorms collection and Technic collection that I would like to get into more of those things. It's a little more involved. It takes a little more time, and that's why I usually don't get into those things. Like I love some of the big Technic sets. I just hadn't had time to build them or the space to build them. But yeah, maybe eventually. But anyway, that's what I thought I'd talk about, these trays. You can probably find cheaper solutions now. These are expensive solutions, but this is a really good thing that Lego's made, and they are still in production today. This was a decent idea. They discontinued it pretty quickly, and it'd be very expensive, but I probably got like 50 of these. Actually, I probably have more than 50, because there's 28 in the store. Yeah, I probably got at least 50 of them. And these, the orange, red, and there's also the white one. I probably got about 20 plus of those. Yeah, I love these. And the milk crates. Oh, I love the milk crates. Anyway, that's my little thing about storage containers or sorting trays and cups. I'm going to take this thing apart. Oh, and I'm wearing, in honor of Neon Nights. Is it Neon Nights? Oh, it's Nexo Nights. I'm sorry. I was wearing my neon yellow shirt. I'm actually got black shorts on, so I'm dressed like a Glow Zone mock. See you guys.